welcome to Titanium Kalash Tarot, and today I will be doing Are You Knocking Yourself Out of Your Intuitiveness this week, and how? So for this, I'll be using some concepts from Superconscious Education. I will also be using my intuition, and with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let's get into the cards, well, into the concepts. So the first group of individuals I will be divining for are my perfectionists. The individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. Alright, so these are my perfectionists knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness? I get yes, maybe, no, maybe. So I guess this is for different groups of you. So whomever identifies with whatever group, put yourself in that situation. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message from our perfectionists. How are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yeah. So either you're resolving a negative belief about yourself, either you're trying to be conscious to a fault about what your blocks are, or you're trying to steer clear of universal signs or universal signs pointed out by others. If they are pointed out by your intuition, you're fine, you're good. Then there's also you're avoiding to make choices through default. They're trying to see if what all the possibilities are in a given situation. So you're meditating on it. You're allowing yourself to not be hindered by uh, other things that are in your mind, as well as avoiding conditional choices. So you do this because you want that. You're trying to avoid all of that. So, my gorgeous perfectionist, that is what I have for you. Now, on to my helpers, the individuals who intuitively know how things should be done, how to assist anyone. That's it. How to assist anyone in any situation under any circumstance. Okay. So please, God, angels, and guides, how are my helpers knocking themselves out? I get yes, maybe, no. It's going to depend on every single subcategory of helpers, just like the perfectionist. Now, how would my helpers be knocking themselves out? And we got, you are knocking yourself out because you are trying to avoid making a choice through default. You are also trying to be very direct, too much so. Okay, so either you're avoiding choosing from default. Either you are trying to be extremely direct, or you are either trying to resolve, or you're not trying to resolve anything. So you're like, you are being completely blind to the fact that there might be something that you should be working on about yourself, or there's something that you would prefer to work on yourself, is what I'm getting. Okay? So that was it for my helpers. Now on to my achievers, the individuals who intuitively know how to set goals and go about achieving them one by one. So let me just pick up my bits of paper. Alright, so are my achievers knocking themselves out? Nope. And maybe. And yes. So so my achievers are subdivided into three groups. Just like every other one I picked up on, every other intuitive style that I read for. So how, if they are, how are they knocking themselves out? We got, you're trying to be conscious. You are you are checking out universal signs. You're also trying to resolve a negative belief about yourself, and you are working on reacting. You are more reacting than responding to situations. That is interesting, my achievers. So now, on to my individualists. The individuals who intuitively know, right? Intuitively know um, what to put in the center of attention, how long to keep it there, how to get it there, and what should be in the center of attention is what I'm getting. So, please, God, angels, and guides, are my individualists knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a yes, no, yes, maybe? So, fit yourself in whichever group, but let's see. Please, God, angels, and guides, how are my individualists knocking themselves out? Resolving a negative belief about yourself? You are responding instead of reacting, but you're responding wrong. I feel like you are trying to be more intelligent in the situation, but I feel like it's backfiring to some extent. Biting you in the ass is what I'm getting. Also, you are avoiding choosing a conditional choice. Yes. So that was it for my individualists. Now on to my investigators. The individuals who intuitively know what to search for, how to find something, what to search for, how to find it, what methodology to use, and how long to look for it before moving on to something else. So, I don't know if you hear that. I guess it's confirmation in some way, shape, or form. In any case, so, please, God, angels, and guides, are my investigators knocking themselves out? Nope. Yes. And maybe. What is going on? So, yet again, there's a subdivision of investigators. So, fit yourself wherever this is. So, let's see. Please, God, angels, and guides, how are my investigators knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? By making conditional choices. You are choosing something because of a pre-existing condition. You're like, I'm not going to do this because of this. Because this is happening, I won't do this type of thing. Okay? Yeah. That is interesting. So now on to my loyalists. The individuals who intuitively know how to stay loyal to things, what to stay loyal to, how to get others to be loyal about it as well, and so on and so forth. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good, are my loyalists knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yep. Maybe. No. You have the array, just like every other group I read for, you have the array of possibilities. So pick one or fit yourself into one and figure it out. Not figure it out. Well, yeah, how is it that you're knocking yourself out? Specifically, you. So, Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, how are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? And we got reaction versus responding, as well as conditional choice. Is your condition of responding or reacting based on how the person is asking a question? That would be more of a reaction. If you are conditionally choosing how you're going to answer someone's question based on how they asked you theirs first, you are reacting. You aren't responding. And the best is to respond. So keep that in mind, my loyalists. All right, so now on to my enthusiasts. The individuals who intuitively know how to be enthusiastic about things, what to be enthusiastic about, how long, and how to get others enthusiastic about it as well. So, these God angels and guides are my enthusiasts knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week. No, maybe. Oh, no. No and yes. Maybe. So, there's going to be 3 groups. Figure out which one you're in. And see how you guys are knocking yourselves out of your intuitiveness, my enthusiasts. So, please, God, angels, and guides, how are my enthusiasts possibly knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? We have, you're being indirect, what it is you want, as well as universal signs. So you're either following universal signs. Yeah, so you're following universal signs. You're trying to be indirect. Now, this can be, this doesn't have to be for everyone. You're going to have to figure out where you lie in this spectrum. So some of you are picking up on universal signs pointed out by other people. Now, others of you are trying to be indirect in asking for what you actually want, which will indirectly get it to you, which means that it might come later, at a later point. So, think things through. Alright, so that was it for my enthusiasts. Now on to my protectors. The individuals who intuitively know what to protect, how long to protect it, how to keep it safe, and from what. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my protectors, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out? I get a yep and a nope. So I'm getting that at the beginning of the week you are, but towards the mid part of the week you aren't, and at the end of the week you might be. Yes. So how are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? We got reacting versus responding. We got making conditional choice. We got being conscious about what you're doing, as well as trying to resolve a negative belief about yourself. That's a mouthful. That is. In any case, so now on to my chameleons, the individuals who can intuitively use all of the aforementioned intuitive styles to get whatever they want out of a situation. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a yes, a no, and a maybe. 3 groups. I also get a might be, which is maybe. Anyway, so, okay, so, please, God, angels, and guides, how are my chameleons knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? And you got choice through default and conditional choice. You are choosing through default, and you are choosing a choice because of something else, or due to something else, if that makes any sense at all. You're not choosing something just because you love it. You're choosing something because it will allow you to do something else, or it'll allow you to avoid something else, which might not be the best. So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys this week for this video series. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price for private readings, as well as the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.